I kicked a kid in his balls and he had to have one removed. This happened when I was around 7 or 8 years old. It was my first year in primary school and I had joined the school with some of my friends from the local feeder school in the area. One particular boy was a year older than us and was repeating the first year for some reason. He was of German descent, from a very well-to-do family and a lot bigger than the rest of us. Possibly because he was embarrassed at repeating the year, he was a bit of a bully. He often picked on me and some of my friends. I'm sure we probably escalated things at times too, because I know he was teased for being German. So one day, standing outside class, I kicked him full whack in the balls. He buckled over, but I can't really remember much of what happened afterwards. We probably tucked tail and ran. I can't even say for sure whether he deserved to be kicked at the time or if I just thought I was getting him back for previous behavior. Anyway, he missed school for a few days after and I heard some kids saying he was in hospital. Soon after that I was called in to speak to a teacher who, as far as I remember, dressed me down and explained he had gone home and his testicle had swollen up to the size of a tennis ball and it had to be removed. I don't really remember getting into much trouble about it, but I do remember some of the other kids going on about it in Banner. The details are hazy, but I felt so bad and I felt I was in so much trouble that I never ever told my parents about it. This was made worse as my dad and his dad had gone to school together, only found this out after seeing my dad chatting to his dad at a rugby match that me and the kid were playing one Saturday about a year after. I was freaking out the whole time they were speaking and then started feeling guilty that my dad might have been seen as rude by his dad for not apologizing for my action. It didn't come across that way, as they seemed like old friends catching up, but I felt so guilty. I felt so awful about it. I mean, at the time I didn't realize that it may have an effect on him being able to have children, but I felt like I'd done something so horrible and always expected my family to confront me about it. When I learnt of the reproductive challenge, this might cause the guilt to just be amplified. The years that followed in primary school were mostly fine. On the odd occasion he would have a go at me. I remember him having a slightly shorter fuse with me than others, but I think he ended up being okay and less of a bully. Saying that, he did try to drown me in a river at our primary school leavers camp as I'd pissed him off for some reason, but mostly the in-between years went by without incident. I left that school to go to a different high school, so I never maintained contact with him. I saw him once during my teenage years and we chatted for about 5 minutes. I remember it being friendly. I never, ever mentioned it. I hope he was able to have children. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry I never said sorry to